Hello, and thank you for stopping by. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. If you are not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when new videos arrive. Well, Christmas is over. This last year, 2020, is almost at a close. For some, it's been okay. For others, it had been really, really good. And for much others, it has been very trying and disappointing. People have ended up in the hospital due to the coronavirus. People have passed away. People have lost loved ones and friends. Some have been tried and true. Some people's patients have been pulled apart and ran over with a truck. It's not been easy. Doing the right thing is never easy, especially when you want to do what you want to do when you want to do it. We have freedom in this country. Sometimes it does not appear like we do, but we do. We have freedom. But with freedom comes responsibility. We are not only beholding unto ourselves, but we have to make sure that our freedom does not override our area into somebody else's backyard. That's not always easy. A mask, I get it. I don't like wearing them either. I hate those things. They're hot, stuffy, my eyes water, and my nose waters when I wear one. But there are people in my apartment building that are way older than me that can get sick really, really easily. And this coronavirus has made them scared. So when I wear my mask, it gives them a little bit of security. And they're not scared anymore because they know somebody cares about them. On to this new video that I'm doing. Trump has signed the coronavirus package, the stimulus deal, into law. He did it tonight. But he has requested that Congress fix the $600 to $2,000. There's a lot of unwanted spending that's in there. I don't think either side understands where that spending came from. There's an awful lot of things that Donald Trump brought up, and although I'm not a Trump supporter, I did not support him being president, and I did not vote for him a second term. I do believe, under the circumstances, that although he is acting extremely crazy, little parts of presidential responsibility is coming out. Now, it says here, Trump signed coronavirus stimulus relief checks into law. Trump, who called the package a disgrace, threatened to hold up the legislation over an abrupt call to increase the second wave of stimulus checks to $2,000. He said $600 was not enough. You couldn't do nothing with it. And that's right, you can't. Not really. Not in a serious wide scheme of things. $600 is a drop in a bucket. After days of resistance, President Donald Trump signed a $2.3 trillion coronavirus relief and government spending package into law on Sunday evening, averting a shutdown with a looming Monday night deadline. He did it tonight. He signed it into law with provisions. And I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I am a for whoever can do the job kind of guy. And to be honest with you, I believe Donald Trump is right here. I really do. I believe that he is right when he says this. Trump, who called the package a disgrace, threatened to hold up legislation over an abrupt call to increase the second wave of stimulus checks to $2,000, but backed down with about 24 hours before current levels of government funding ran out. The $900 billion coronavirus relief bill provides individuals who make less than $75,000 a year with $600 and an additional $600 per child. The outgoing president issued a new set of demands, noting in a statement that the House will vote Monday on $2,000 direct payments. So there's $600 now, right now. And I understand the Republicans too. I do. I mean, I would love to help everybody. I would. If I had an endless supply of money, I'd pay everybody's rent every month and their mortgage and their grocery bill. I would just take care of everybody if I had an endless supply of money. But we don't. And somehow, at some time, the waiter is going to come by with the check. Trump also said that Congress will review Section 230, the regulation that shields social media companies from lawsuits over user content. He vetoed a major defense policy bill over Congress's refusal to repeal Section 230, but his requests come as the next session of Congress will be sworn in a week. Okay, now I get it. You cannot just run something and say, oh, well, we're not responsible. Yes, you are. You are responsible if somebody hollers something and you gave them the platform to do it. You are responsible. At least that's the way I look at it. I'm all for freedom of speech and I'm all for freedom of the press. I really am. But if you give somebody a platform that gets somebody killed, and it was them, it was what they said that caused it, but you gave them a platform to do it, you can't just say, whoops, my hands are tied. I don't censor what they say, and what they say is on them. No, that's not good enough. I will sign the omnibus and COVID package with a strong message to make clear to Congress that wasteful items need to be removed. And Trump has already said what those wasteful items are. I can't go through that because I don't have them handy at the moment. But if you looked them up, Donald Trump's done videos on what the wasteful spending was. Like, I'll give you an example. Okay, sending money to Egypt. Sending money to Caracas, Venezuela. Sending money to India. All this money. And, I don't honestly believe that the Democrats or the Republicans knew that that was in there. I think somebody set both of them up when they did the original spending bill for the coronavirus, the $600. I do not believe that they knew that there was all that spending in there, but whoever did know and put it in there did so thinking that Donald Trump would see it and cancel out the coronavirus bill, and that's exactly what he did for a short time. Now, what Trump has done now is no different than what Obama did when he needed to get spending for the veterans. And Congress stuck in a lot of pork. They jammed it with a lot of pork, knowing that he would that he would not okay the bill. That's what they were hoping, that he would veto the bill because of the pork. President Obama had said, if you give me any bill with pork in it, I will veto it. So this major bill that was due, that was going to help the veterans out, Obama said, you got me on this one. I will approve this bill because the veterans need it, but there's a lot of pork in there and I need to pass this bill. So Trump, although there was a lot of pork in his bill, or in that coronavirus bill, Trump decided to go ahead and pass that. But he said, look, you guys need to take all this junk out of here. I'm going to go ahead and pass it now because you guys aren't going to take all the crap out of there on your own. You need a little bit of prodding. And yeah, so that's what Trump did. Now it says here that he will sign the bill, and he gave a strong message to Congress to take those wasteful items out of there. I will send back to Congress a redlined version, item by item, accompanied by the formal rescissions request to Congress, insisting that those funds be removed from the bill, Trump said in a Sunday statement. He wants all that out of there. Trump can be a president when he wants to be. Now, I understand what's going on here. I do. A lot of people that are too close can't see it. Trump supporters, they can't see it. People that hate Trump can't see it, but I do. I understand exactly what's going on here, and I've done another video on it, but I can do a follow-up maybe and explain what Trump is doing. A friend of mine says that Trump is just hateful and that he wants to see America fail, but I don't think so. I think that Trump has done everything in his power to make sure that he does not hurt America, because everything he has done can be done away with by a court of law or can be done away with by the next president that comes in office. On Monday, the House will vote to increase payments to individuals from $6,000 to $2,000. Therefore, a family of 4 would receive $5,200. Additionally, Congress has promised that Section 230, which so unfairly benefits big tech at the expense of the American people, will be reviewed and either be terminated or substantially reformed. Now, I don't believe it should be terminated 100%. I believe it should be reformed. But what I think they should do is put it on pause until they can review it better. Pause it until they can review it. That's what they should do, until they can fix it. Okay, here he says, they've either reformed. He continued, adding that lawmakers also agreed to focus strongly on disputed voter fraud claims from the November 3rd race. Yes, now he said that they would review that. That they agreed to focus strongly on the disputed fraud claims from the November 3rd race. Now, he put that in there, and I believe that Congress will look at it, but I do believe that Congress will find that there was no fraud. Trump just wants people to look at that. I don't know why. It says here, last Monday, both chambers of Congress overwhelmingly passed the stimulus bill and sent the measure to the president's desk. Lawmakers also passed a 7-day stopgap measure to fund the government through Monday to give Trump time to sign the bill, which meant that the stopgap measure would be up on Monday, which gives him time to sign the bill. And here it says, the historic legislation is the second largest stimulus in U.S. history and came more than 8 months after Congress overwhelmingly passed a $2 trillion stimulus package in late March. That was a long time ago. The $900 billion stimulus bill, among other things, provided enhanced federal unemployment benefits, public health funding, and small business assistance, and an extension of the eviction moratorium. But while the bill extends provisions like unemployment assistance for part-time and gig workers as well as those who are self-employed, that benefit lapsed over the weekend because Trump's refusal to sign the measure into law as COVID-19 cases and deaths continue to soar. Trump's threat would have not only upended the much-needed coronavirus aid for Americans and businesses, but also could have set the federal government into a shutdown if he did not sign the measure before midnight. Last Monday, both chambers of Congress overwhelmingly passed the stimulus bill. And okay, now I'm rereading this. Bear with me. Now the president must immediately call on congressional Republicans to end their obstruction and to join him and the Democrats in support of our standalone legislation to increase direct payment checks to $2,000, which will be brought to the floor tomorrow, which will be Monday, tomorrow, Pelosi said on Sunday. With a Monday vote scheduled on the $2,000 checks, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi of California called on the Democrats to support Trump's call for the increase in direct payments following their rejection to the increase on Christmas Eve. I think this is just a ploy to get more votes for their people. Nancy Pelosi did the same thing when it came time for the presidential election. She held off. They had 1,000. They could have got it. $1,000 a month. Nancy Pelosi said no. Now, every Republican vote against this bill is a vote to deny the financial hardships that families face and to deny the American people the relief they need, which is very true. But we can't do this every day. We can't do this every month. But it needs to be done. If you have anything that you know that I don't, put it in a comment below. If you would like to add your 2 cents worth, put it in a comment below. I have taken off the like and the dislike button because of various personal reasons. If you do dislike this video, put it in a comment. Just say, hey, I disliked it. You ain't got to explain it. Just say, hey, I didn't like it. If you liked it, say, hey, I liked it. If you want to subscribe, please hit that subscribe button right there. This video is a little longer than I would hope that it would have been, but it was very important. If you care to give your 2 cents worth, again, I said, put it down there in the comment. Also, to my subscribers, again, thank you very much for subscribing. I wish that all are blessed into the new year coming of 2021. I pray that everybody is healthy. And if you had a beautiful Christmas, I'm glad for that. If your Christmas wasn't so good, I pray that peace and blessings come over you so you'll feel better going into the new year. Remember, make tomorrow better than yesterday by doing the very best we can today. Have a good night, America, and all points beyond. And when you see this, it will be tomorrow.